Okay folks, I wanted to do another quick little video on this Vermeer LG-46 Log Grapple. I just did one a few minutes ago on the overall operation of the grapple itself, but I kind of wanted to, I had this big pile of junk wood that I'm going to be burning, and I'm separating some of the oak and oak chunks and little corners, pieces that I've cut off, and maybe try to do some projects with that stuff. I hate to take any of this stuff to the landfill, and people have different opinions on burning or whatever, but being in the tree business, you have a lot of waste to get rid of, and I try to be as green as possible, so I give people firewood. As you can see, I got my little firewood piles going here. I keep cypress logs for posts here in the south. A lot of people use these for farm posts because the cypress is resistant to rot and bugs, etc. So they'll clean these up and you know, get all the little chunks off and use these for fence posts. So you got another little pile there, but basically I'm going to shut up and just start moving some of this wood around. This pile over here is what I'm going to burn. It's mostly pine and spongy wood, and then I got a little secondary pile going there, so after this burns down a little bit, I'll just push the rest of, or a second pile into the coals to start another one. But I'm just gonna stop talking and just ride this for a little bit and just kind of show you how the thing works for moving little chunks like this around. This will articulate to you know, sideways from the way it is now for picking up different in a different fashion, but this seems to work best for moving these little chunks around. So I'm just gonna roll around for a little bit. Sorry, the machine is a little noisy. It's got a loose bracket on the exhaust that I need to weld up, so it's a little noisy, but you'll get the idea. Quick, this is not stuff that I'm going to burn. I'm making firewood out of this, but I'll show you how heavy of a piece that these things will pick up. I estimate these chunks, heavy oak, probably, you know, 600-700 pounds or better a piece. So I think you guys get the idea here. It's really handy for all sorts of things that you can think of. It's primarily a log grapple, mostly used by people in the tree industry, but there's got to be a ton of different applications for this thing. The other grapple I see on the market is a branch. It's called the branch manager. It actually has buckets that you can buy that attach to the grapple and scoop. You know, you can scoop up wood chips if you do stump grinding. Those buckets look really cool, and you can pick up and clean up a good bit of material pretty quickly. But I find with this, for that type of thing, I just put my bucket on, my smooth bucket, and I probably can pick up just as much, just as quickly. The only difference is, you know, having to take this attachment off and put the bucket on is a little time consuming, maybe 5 minutes max. So not a big deal in the long run. But I've been very happy with this grapple. A little off topic, but I just want to show you guys, as far as people that do tree work, I always try to maximize what I get out of each job. So I get paid to cut down these trees at your house, and then I'll try to maximize my profits by doing different things. I've got a pine pulpwood pile. There's a place nearby where I live that chips this stuff up and uses it for bedding, and the poultry industry, you know, chicken and turkey houses, they dry it out and clean it and send it off for bedding, for natural bedding for poultry houses. This is just some cypress shorts that I haven't cleaned up yet. There, some people might use these for crafts, different things, skin the bark off of them, since cypress is you know, resistant to rot. This is some apple wood that I cleaned off of a job. I've got a smoker, so this is just my personal little stash for smoker wood. I've got some Leland cypress, smaller diameter logs used for posts. These are larger diameter cypress for the same thing. I've been meaning to get a sawmill, so I might fool around with making some lumber out of some of these larger pieces. These are cut-offs off of just big oaks that I've done. This is just sitting here for now. But people are really into these rustic tables and slabs and stuff like that. So that's an idea for another day. I got a real big slab in here off of an oak that I did. It took pretty much every bit of power that Vermeer had to pick this up. This probably weighs 800 pounds, this slab alone. This was off of a huge oak that I took down. It was actually a twin, so it had two butts about this size. This is one of the butts, so I got to clean that up. I'm letting it dry a little bit and see what I can make out of that. It'd be a really cool live edge table, something along those lines. But anyway, this is just kind of an idea. Firewood. So firewood is not big here in the South. I sold firewood up in front of my house. I just made a big trailer load and stuck it out there and left my phone number. And when we got in some decent cold snaps, people would come grab, you know, a truckload, half a truckload, throw a couple pieces in the trunk of their car, you know, when they're having a little bonfire or whatever. I probably lost money on the deal here in the South, since firewood is not a very prevalent thing. You know, today is February, I think 23rd, and I'm in short sleeve shirts, and it's 70 some degrees already just at lunchtime. But so basically, I just if I get some decent oak, I just don't have the heart to dump this stuff, so I'll split it into firewood. I've got a fire burning fireplace in my house that I installed, so I use it for my personal use. I give it to my friends. I give it to buddies of mine that like smoking on the smoker for barbecue. So just an idea of sorry to get off topic there, but I had everything in front of me that made sense to talk about for maximizing your profits in the tree business. But all in all, very happy with the LG-46 Vermeer grapple. Thank you for your time. I'm just starting this channel, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing or liking, all the things that YouTube wants you to do to make them happy, I would appreciate it.